Welcome to the new video about Chaos Zero Nightmare. And yeah, while we have maintenance, it's not going to be a guide or something like that. It's going to be a little bit of a yapping session. Sometimes I'm enjoying to do such things, and I believe it's quite an important one aspect to, discuss with audience what's going on about the game, what's the first impressions about different games, how the launch went, share opinions and see what others are thinking about it, and how devs are handling the release. It's like probably one of the most important aspects overall from reaction of the devs, what they're doing, and so on and so forth. That's pretty much obvious that any games which is going to be released on launch, on start, is going to have some problems. It's happening, and the main question is going to be about how devs are going to process with it, what they're going to do, and so on and so forth. So yeah, let's speak about it a little bit, and I want to share my opinion as well. Overall, when we had the launch day, so it started like in my time at 5 a.m. That was insane, but yeah, I was there anyways. And the only issue that I had back then, it was probably a long process of logging into server. It was like unavailable for me. I was able to join it in a while, like probably 15-20 minutes or something like that. I had to wait, but after that I was able to log in. Well, in my case, everything afterwards was kinda smooth. I was doing rerolls and stuff like that. Everything was working great. No issues with resetting server, no issues with connection to the account or something like that. And I personally didn't see a lot of problems, but when we're going to have a look at their official Discord, just during this day they started to pump up with different messages and announcements, and also at the same time providing some additional rewards with email. They gave some additional summons and they provide a lot of apologies, which is kind of impressive, I should admit it. So basically they made an announcement that there are some known issues that we have, like about different characters, about different mechanics, about how the stuff is working in the game. Well, if we're talking about how stuff is working in the game, probably something is requiring different optimizations, probably a little bit more information. I don't know, I had a feeling that a certain period of times I kind of felt myself lacking with certain information about materials maybe, or kind of some description about what this or that thing is going to do, or how this or that mechanic is working, about a little bit more information. That's probably the only issue that I saw. When it goes about specifically characters and if they're working not properly, well, it's the other question. Is it bad? Well, at some point, yes. On the other hand, at the very beginning, do I have a lot of issues with playing the game and progressing with the content? Not really. I would say it's not that tough, and if something is working like a little bit incorrect, it's kind of fine. And most importantly, that right now we have maintenance where they're working on all these issues, so they're providing compensations. Yeah, they kind of mentioning it. Other important aspect was about payment issues. It's a huge one, and when we're having something like that, when the payments are not working properly, usually it's a huge L moment. But let me explain first. For many games, I mean overall, in general, and I know situations about other games where they had problems on launch and where they had problems with payments. Again, not everyone is going to have these problems, obviously, but the moment is going to be about how they are going to handle it for players who are going to have such issues, how they're going to resolve it. And I know from other games that they kind of said, okay, we're not going to refund it. Nope. You bought it, we're going to provide you package after all, but the question was about when and how is going to be distributed. Also, there were some issues in other games with purchasing stuff like 2 times when person wanted to do it only one single time, and they also kind of doubled down and said that we're not going to refund the second purchase, you're going to receive it afterwards, but we're not going to refund it. Here, when it came to payments issues and some problems related to it, they were discussing even the moment about potential refunds and working with each player individually. And as you can see, kind of reaction to all of this stuff, it was almost immediate. So they were communicating with us, they were providing announcements, they even have an update in terms of payments issues and more information on the website, people can read it and so on and so forth. After that, it was like about the incoming changes and what they're planning to do, what kind of fixes they're going to provide us during the maintenance, and a lot of stuff they are mentioning it, they're speaking about it, they're not trying to hide it or pretend that everything was fine. Amount of apologies that they have provided, it was just absolutely insane. I've never seen anyone apologizing that much. But for me personally, like, what kind of an experience I have about it? Am I personally bothered with this stuff? Did it affect me personally? Quite honestly, no. I decided that I'm going to play as a free-to-play player, so the payments issues, they didn't touch me, and I know a lot of people who didn't meet any issues with the payments. If something is not working properly, well, they were couple moments maybe with the interaction of different tabs or something like that, or with the stuff being not really clear, but it's all going to be kind of resolved. These are my thoughts, and that they're making the maintenance like immediately with providing fixes about different characters. I know many games which are not doing that. Like, quite honestly, whenever there are certain issues, they may say that, yeah, there are certain issues about the characters, like this or that isn't working properly, or they might keep silence whatsoever, even not saying about it. Just after that, in a patch notes, like when it's going to be like a monthly update for the game, they're going to reply to these issues, and they're going to mention them and maybe fix them. There are many examples. So here I'm pretty much impressed with their work, not gonna lie, with them kind of providing and sharing with all of the updates, with all of these announcements, with all of these apologies. I have a feeling that devs are actually taking care about their game, and it's really an important one launch for them. So did they handle it in the right way? I guess yes. Were there some problems with servers from the very beginning? Yeah, they even were mentioning it, but again, I believe the issue with servers and logins, it's been solved quite fast enough. Quite an important one moment about losing some data for different accounts. I'm not sure how they're going to deal with this issue, but I hope that they're going to be able to help players at least with these aspects, and again provide certain solution to these issues. But yeah, anyways, the launch for me personally was kind of smooth, with some issues obviously, but they didn't like make me rage quitting or something like that. Well, when we're talking about the gacha system is the other question in any game, but first of all, I have a feeling that at least on release they're kinda generous about the rewards that they're providing. Different games, they may vary one from the other, and amount of rewards and value might be different, but for now I personally don't have a lot of questions. Anyways, yeah, the 50-50 system, maybe it's not that great. Maybe some people don't like it, I understand it, but I know again a lot of other games that have way worse gacha systems and more expensive pools, not gonna lie. Also, huge W that all the characters are playable and they might provide certain value to the team that you're using. They're suitable for different roles, they are suitable for different stages, each one of them is able to actually shine. And this is an interesting aspect, like deck building, utilizing all potential resources that you have in the game, all the characters that you have. Probably building them up, it's not that easy and it's going to take some time, but I believe, why rushing? Like, it's not an issue, we'll be there one day. But yeah, anyways, these are like my thoughts about the releasing date. I believe that devs, they did kind of good job. We're going to see how it's going to be after the maintenance, what they're going to fix, how the game is going to run afterwards, and if they're planning to do any more additional compensations, who knows, maybe. But yeah, overall kind of impressions for now, more positive than negative. Let me know, guys, what do you think about it? What kind of experience did you have? Are you sharing the same feelings about the game, about devs, or you have something else to say? Let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one. Take care.